Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabbat Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, it's a quick lesson. A little follow-up in case anybody missed what was being said when your boy Sleepy Joe came out and gave his little decree. And then this brother from Rethinking the Dollar, who I watch and a lot of GMS watches, he brought out some additional information, so let's get to that. First, let's read Isaiah 10:1. King James is, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." We all know that this guy gave out 6 mandates about, you have to have the what I'm going to now call the wicked jump shot, okay, in order to work. If you have more than 100 workers and so on. But then right after that, this guy from Rethinking the Dollar, he comes with an additional 6 to 7 that should be released, if you will, before Sam Hain or before Dia de las Brujas or whatever they call this Halloween, All Hallows Eve, okay, which is the 31st of October. So we'll get to that. So let's read this in the NIV. Woe to those who make unjust laws, okay, to those who issue oppressive decrees. What sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws? That's NLT. Let's read the ESV. Woe to those who decree iniquitous decrees and the writers who keep writing oppression. Okay? So you got the first 6 and now you got the additional 7 coming right down the pike. All right, so let's watch this. This is Rethinking the Dollar, September 10th. Today, I believe, is the 13th. Yes. It is the 13th, so this was last week, right after Sleepy Joe, who I believe came out and said what he said on Thursday. Last Thursday, and then Friday, I believe this is when this came out, and then the next day was September 11th. That makes sense. Okay, so, must read is the title. Next tier of possible executive orders by 1031. Now, I mean, everybody should have seen this just in case you didn't, but let's break it down and let's see what he's saying word for word, and I might stop it and give a little commentary. Okay, here we go.
Well, it looks like the Biden administration is looking to turn up the heat, especially after last night's little 6-point plan mandate.
Okay, so this is a follow-up to what he said. This isn't the 6-point plan, it's what comes after that, okay? Or next tier, all right? Let's listen close.
I came across some information down on the internet that adds additional 7 possible executive orders that will be coming in the next several weeks, it looks like. But yet what really stood out to me was the fact that there's an actual date to the possibility of what the peak of when things might really take off. And it happens to be Halloween, October 31st timeframe. Let's talk about that. Okay, so I want to take a quick minute. As I said, I shared a video earlier on Twitter, which was just a little 9-second excerpt from last night's speech or whatnot from Biden.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin. And your refusal has cost all of us.
And right there, he talks about our patience is wearing thin. what in the world is he talking about? And so when I saw that last night, I'm glad somebody chopped it up and shared it on the internet, because it definitely got my thoughts running. Because my first thought was, who is R?
Who is our? Okay, who is he speaking to? He's speaking. Who is the target of this this wicked jump shot? Okay, and the answer is you, Jakes. So when he says our patience, our means we Edomites, we devils, okay, who got you set up to take this wicked jump shot from the free throw, okay? And then patience means suffering, okay? Who is suffering? Esau is suffering because they're being exposed, right? And this word is whooping their ass. And their time is short, okay? So that's the spiritual connotation of what he's saying. In the spirit, our time is running very short. We know we have but a short time. This word is devastating us. We're being exposed, all right? Patience means to suffer. They're suffering greatly, so they got to turn up the heat. Our is the Edomites. We're being exposed, all right? Then shall that wicked be revealed, all right? So continue on.
Who exactly are you referring to? Who are the people that you're referring to? And then I put out a little question or whatnot. It must be his handlers or whatnot. And so obviously he's taking orders from someone. This is just not something just off the bat. He's capable of thinking of what procedures would be ideal to actually alleviate the problem if there really was one. But yet it just goes to show more of the push towards this new world agenda that's underway. And this 7 possible executive orders was passed along the internet. I grabbed it and I just put it up in a Telegram right now. And I also put it in the Discord under discussions, because I'm assuming after everybody see it, it's definitely going to garner up a lot of conversation from that. The possibility of these next 7 executive orders that I'm going to read off in a minute. And I encourage you also, click the link below for the Telegram or Discord. Read it for yourself. I'm not even going to put it on the screen just because it's some of the things where, because it's not official, I don't want to just be putting it out there. But the whole
We're going to get some precepts on it too.
point is to give you something to chew on, give you something to consider. And I actually shared it with a couple of my family members already. And at this current moment, the 7 things on our list is not too far fetched, because a good portion of them things right now are already happening in Australia as we speak. So that's why I took it and I thought I would share it, just because, hey, it's better to know than not to know, just so it gives you more time to, do whatever it is you might need to do in order to brace for impact as it comes. But as I've always said, there's always, they seem to be time strapped. They always have to get stuff done.
They're time strapped. He knoweth that he hath but a short time. A short time for what? Before he's completely revealed. He's being revealed as we speak.
Certain time frame. And this little list here that I'm going to read off in a minute, it actually gives an actual time frame of what could be, and October 31st being what looks like the peak of everything that must be enacted.
And what he's going to say is they're having to hurry up because this isn't the normal schedule or something to that effect. Going back to he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
According to the possible executive orders, if this information is credible whatsoever. But simply put, I'll just read it for you. And then I encourage you to read it. And the most important thing is taking this information and sharing it. Just so
taking this information and filtering it through the scriptures so that we know what time we're in. It's called measuring thou the time diligently in itself.
Something to give people something to think about and let them do with it what they got to do with it. But actually, it's right here. And it's 7 little hashtags and whatnot. But it says here, it looks like the Biden's COVID executive orders are starting to show up online. Leaked from a press organization that has been sent copies in advance of the media blitz.
He shall cause his own tongue, and I'm quoting, shall cause his own tongue to fall upon itself.
First one, it says the unvaccinated are ineligible for Social Security, SSI disability, federal extended unemployment assistance, COVID rent assistance, employment placement, or training. That's the very first one.
Let's get that. All right. What would that fall under? Let's see. The vintage shall fail. Let's get that. Isaiah 32. And 10. And this goes to you women. 32 and 9. All right. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Hey, all your stuff, your EBT, your child support, your Section 8, all that shit is coming to an end. Your moratorium, okay? Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless would strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. All right? They shall lament for the teats. What is that? You can't suck on that titty no more. All of them, those goodies, okay? If you don't take that thing, if you don't shoot your wicked jump shot, you don't get none of that shit. What you get is thrown out onto the street. For the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Okay? You can get kicked out of the path. All right? Let's go back and watch that again real quick. See what he says, what he lists. What does he list?
COVID executive orders are starting to show up online, leaked from a press organization that has been sent copies in advance of the media blitz. And then the first one, it says the unvaccinated are ineligible for Social Security.
Social Security is one thing.
SSI disability, federal extended unemployment assistance, COVID rent assistance.
COVID rent. Okay. And you're already behind in your rent. All right, that's that vintage.
Employment placement or training. That's the very first one. Second one, you are going to be assessed a special tax, roughly 15% of your income if you're not participating, to cover substantial federal medical costs.
There goes your bennies. Your bennies are gone. Go ahead.
3, those who don't participate, I'll substitute that with the other word,
Wicked jump shot,
are no longer free to partake of interstate travel by vehicle on federal roadways.
Woo!
And so I remember several months ago just mentioning how if you drive along the freeway, you'll notice every 200 yards or so, there's a closed caption camera on every side of the freeway, all the way down, especially here in Detroit, I-75 is just cameras all the way down, all the way up, you name it.
Let's get that. Second Ezra 15. All right. A man shall desire. What are we looking for? Right here. Second Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's it. What did he just say? He's talking about traveling. You can't use these roads. Okay.
All the way down, especially here in Detroit, I-75 is just cameras all the way down, all the way up, you name it. And so to see this here doesn't surprise me whatsoever because it was quite obvious to me at some point they're going to need to crack down on interstate travel.
Interstate travel. Read that again. Okay. This is the prophecies coming. Okay. What is it? 17. A man. Second Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. There it is, plain and simple. All right, that's coming according to this. And I mean, if it doesn't come before the 31st, it's coming very soon. How about that? Let's let him continue.
And so what's happening in Australia right now? The same type of things are happening. Border checkpoints. You can't go cross over into the next province or the next state.
There it is. That's the prophecy coming about. Even though it's not right here in Babylon the Great, it's already going on in Australia and in New Zealand.
Without having approval. This is stuff that apparently is on the list.
The papers, please.
The next one here says, those that don't participate are no longer free to travel by air, either domestically or internationally. The TSA will enforce all ports of entry. The next one, any employer that does any business with the federal government will be required to show 100% proof of compliance from the workforce by October 31st. And when I saw this, I was like, let me go ahead and share some thoughts on this because that is literally, less than 60 days away from now.
Let's get that. The grinding. All right. The grinding shall cease. See if that comes up. We gotta go look for it. Let's get this. Okay. Why is it gonna come to an end? Well, because you have to get that wicked jump shot in order. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and they're trembling, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. Why are they few? Well, because a lot of people are going to walk away. And those that look out the windows be darkened, hey, you got no hope. All right? And let's move on. 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. That's going on. I know. They shut all music down in the clubs. When they did that first lockdown, music took a hit. All right? And here comes the second lockdown. All right? Good enough. Move.
Assuming, if this is legit, assuming that this is the time frame of events they want to roll out, whoever people who are losing patience, assuming these are the people who clearly wrote this, and of course it's all go back to the handlers, those who are orchestrating this entire ordeal, and we know it happens to be those that are a part of the World Economic Forum, Davos, Bilderberg, all those people. They're the ones that constructed this whole script that puppet politicians have to follow or else. And that's why I think it's important to give people a heads up so people can say, hey, at least we knew this was coming, because if...
What is he doing? Even though he ain't in the truth. Okay? Let's get that. Be thou. Here's what we're doing. I hope I got this right. This is good. This This is Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Got it? What is he doing? Okay? He's not a man of the Lord, clearly, with his bald head and edge up, okay, and calling on Jesus. But what is he doing? He's enabling us, okay, to take this information and filter it through the scriptures. That's what we do. This is what we're doing. We're the watchmen, okay, unto the house of Israel. You don't even know who the house of Israel is, right? Anyway, continue on.
To this point, and if this stuff is real, people definitely before then will be in the streets. But then again, 3 weeks ago I said at any moment now, within this next 30 to 60 days, we can expect something. So once again, I'm hoping this is all stuff that just flies by and nothing takes place whatsoever. But if it does, you can say you were aware for whatever is good, whatever's worth for you. But then the next one here says, any employer sponsored health insurer is free from liability and can drop any person that doesn't participate from their policies or deny coverage based upon their current status, referring to those who participated. And then the last one here, it says hospitals are given legal immunity, making them free to prioritize or deny health care based upon the status of the people who they're trying to see. So those are the 7 possible executive orders that just happen to be surfing on the internet today.
Okay, so good enough. All right, and we'll get one on the way out. Why is this devil coming like that? All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. This is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. That's what these orders are, these mandates. This is that great wrath, the beginning of it, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right? So with that, we hope that the elect were edified, and until the next one, we're going to say shalom.